Holy shit! How's it going, guys? It's the Pixelated Pumpkin, and finally, July 15th, the graveyard shift is here. And you just watched the trailer for it. Right before this, obviously, I had a pretty surprise reaction to it. And in today's video, I'll just be breaking it down and analyzing it, and there's so much to go into here. I just want to say I'm really happy to finally see this. July 15th, like, I never thought this day would come for a really long time, and now it's finally here. It feels like nothing has happened in between when they first released it, or when they first showed us the page, and now till now. So it's very crazy to think that at one point that timer was at like 35 days or something like that, which is just mind-boggling to me. But obviously you saw so many new props in that, and we're just going to go through all of them. Now, they did release 10 sneak peeks out of the 10 props in there. I will cover those in a later video at an unspecified date, probably today. I don't know. It obviously depends on when you're watching this, but I'm really excited just to really just rip into this one. I've been doing a lot of analyzing lately on my channel. It feels like that's all I've been doing, but this is probably the most important thing I've had to analyze to date. So let's just jump straight into it. So starting off with the first place we're showing props is this whole opening intro here with these 10 props being listed off. These are the ones that actually had sneak peeks for them, so I won't be going in too depth in this video. I will be going way more in depth in the other video where I cover all these in their individual sneak peeks. I'll just do all of them in one video, but I'll go way more in depth there. So I'm just going to keep it a little bit brief here, and I'll be skipping over some of their other shots in the trailer. But here we have the Ghostface, obviously, he's pretty cool to see. Beetlejuice, the Night Stalker, Buzzsaw, Shorty, Harriet Hustle, Mr. Howl, Wacky Mole, and probably I missed one in there, but you could obviously go look through this again. And the reason, again, I'm not going to be really going in depth with these guys in this video, because we already have their sneak peeks, but it is really cool to see these 10 brand new props. I pretty much predicted that Shorty and Ghostface would be back this year in my licensed props video. That was pretty cool. And it is really cool to see a Killer Clowns rep added into the mix for Spirit Halloween, and I'm really excited to see Shorty. He definitely looks a lot better than the leaked photos of him, and overall, I'm just really excited to see these 10 animatronics. They all look awesome. I will definitely be doing a big breakdown video of the 10 sneak peeks that they have, so we'll just be doing that in a later upload. But now let's just really jump straight into the new props of this trailer. It's just still amazing to see these 10. Again, I'm sorry if I'm not going to go in depth here, but there are a ton of other prompts in here that haven't really been talked about, so let's do that. Now for the next shot in the video that isn't one of the props we have just mentioned seems to be a picture of Pumpkin Nester on the wall here. Now in the leaked theme pictures, I don't want to reveal too much, but this was actually a part of the theme. It was actually on the wall on one of the themes. I'm not going to go into it, but very interesting to see this, because we never see Pumpkin Nester again in the video. I'm not sure if he's coming back this year. I feel like we definitely would have seen him, since there's another prop that's returning that we haven't seen yet that is in this trailer. So I'm really not sure why he is on the wall here. He could be coming back again, maybe, but I feel like definitely we would have seen him in this trailer or something. But this is very interesting to see. I definitely think it's worth mentioning, though, and I'll let you think or interpret it any way you want, because there's really no definitive answer on what this picture of him could possibly mean. So in the next shot, we have this new animatronic, which seems to be some sort of girl with this ghost haunting her behind her. Now, there's two photos. I'm just going to go through this prop by prop, so I'll just add all the photos or shots of them into one segment, so I don't have to talk about the prop again if there's another shot of it that shows up. So you're seeing the other picture right here. You can get a much better look at her body completely. And this prop, honestly, I absolutely love the idea they're going for here, and I can't wait to see what it actually fully looks like in person. Her eyes do seem to move as well. If you look at the video, you can see her eyes move just a little bit, which is pretty cool. An animatronic with moving eyes like that we really never really seen anything like that before. So that's really interesting and really cool to see. This definitely looks like a crazy create prop to me, but I absolutely love this thing a lot. I cannot wait to see what it says and what it does. I really like the idea they're going for here. It's so unique. There's so much creativity in this one, and I absolutely love it. I really cannot wait to see what it does again, what its name is, and really I'm just excited for this a lot. The ghost behind her, just to mention on that, the design of it looks pretty cool. Hopefully it's not like Graveyard Ghouls animation. That'd be kind of disappointing, or like kind of pops out behind her. Hopefully that's what I'm kind of hoping for. But I absolutely love the design of the face there. It looks really good. I do like the blue glowing eyes as well. That is a nice touch, and I'm really excited to see this one. The next prop we have is this pretty simple looking ghost. Now, simplicity is nice for ghosts, I think. They pretty much turn out really good all the time. I do like the lights in this one. It looks very similar to the Techie Rising Ghost, I'm pretty sure it's called. I really like that prop. I'm pretty sure this may be just like a reskin of it or something, since it does have a very similar position to it almost. I think this one is pretty good, in all honesty. I do like it quite a bit. I'm sure it's going to be pretty cheap, considering it only like lights up. It probably doesn't, maybe it has a few phrases, I don't know. Hopefully this one is cheap. I'm not going to pick it up though. I mean, the lights do kind of look stupid a little bit, I'm going to be honest. I don't really like how they glow in the head, and there's really no detail in the face, which is a bit of a disappointment. But nonetheless, I do think this is a pretty nice looking ghost prop. Definitely very simple, but simplicity isn't always bad, especially for ghosts. And overall, I just think this is a nice prop to put in like a back of a graveyard, or just like a prop to fill in a space. I do like it though. The next new one we see is definitely one that will catch a lot of people's attention. This is this new giant monstrous two-headed clown prop holding a girl who's inside of an ice cream cone, it looks like. This prop honestly looks incredible. It looks like a fantastic clown prop. Very unique. My biggest problem with clowns is that they're also generic and boring. This one is very unique. Only thing I really wish here is that both clowns had like different hats or heads on. They just look identical, which is kind of annoying. Reminds me a lot of Blood Brothers from 2019. Definitely an SVI prop here, but this looks great. I love the girl inside the ice cream cone. I'm not sure if she will do anything except for scream, but I absolutely love this. There's just a lot of detail here. The giant hands too look awesome. This is just such a great prop in my opinion. I do like these guys a lot, even though they are clowns again, but it just looks so good. Very, very unique. I'm really liking some of the more unique props from Spirit this year, especially this. I love when clowns are actually unique and not just boring and generic. This definitely is one of the clowns I like, and I cannot wait to see what he fully does and says. Hopefully it's not a goofy, cheesy thing, but I definitely hope they're scary. Like, they look pretty scary from these photos, but overall I'm very happy and very excited to see this extremely unique clown prop. Bloody Bag of Jokes is back. Honestly, I can't believe I'm saying that. Definitely this one took a lot of people by surprise, me included. I was honestly not expecting to see another returning clown prop, that is. But I'm not really complaining, because Bloody Bag of Jokes is definitely one I really like. I assume he's going to be an online only, since normally they just have one that's in the store for returning ones, as last year went at least. And probably Wacky Mole will be in stores this year. But I really do like Bloody Bag of Jokes. I mean, he's only a returning prop. Again, nothing has changed with him. Very similar to Wacky Mole, pretty much nothing is different. I don't think they really needed to change anything on Bloody Bag of Jokes. I think he was a very good prop for his time. I think it was way ahead of his time, at least. I think YJ definitely, I feel like that this guy was the most modern prop you could have bought back then. Definitely, I always thought Bloody Bag of Jokes was ahead of his time in 2013, but I am happy to see him back. He's not one I'll be getting, but another one that I do like a lot, and it is very cool to see him return. The very next prop we see is this awesome looking Goat Reaper Scythe thingy. I have no clue really what to describe this as, but I do like this a lot actually. The goat head is very unique. That's something we've really never seen before. I really like how this one looks. Hopefully he does more than just have mouth animation. I'm pretty sure that's all he will do. Maybe he'll move side to side. The detail's a little bit lacking, I think. I do like the Scythe a lot, though, and it's very unique, though. Again, there are a ton of very unique props this year, which is really cool. We're seeing so many more unique stuff than we did last year. It's just overall very cool to see, and I am enjoying a lot of the props so far. They're not like, and none of them, in my opinion, really like stick out as just like incredible props. I feel like last year there were more of that. But in terms of like overall really good props, we have a ton of them this year, and this one definitely is no exception. I do like this a lot. The Scythe is cool. His head, obviously, that's the best part. And I just really can't wait to see what this one does and says, since it's a very interesting and unique character. Definitely having to something to do with like cult stuff and Satanism, maybe. I have no clue. You could definitely see some pentagrams and stuff there, but really exciting to see this and very unique. Again, can't wait to see him. The next prop we have is another extremely unique one, being this bride that is holding this severed head. Now, this prop looks honestly amazing in my opinion. There's something really off-putting and very creepy about it, and I really like it a lot. The severed head does look like a zombie face, so maybe she cut off the head of her husband, and she's holding it in her hands now, and she's crying over that her husband became a zombie, or something like that. But the bride's crying face definitely is off-putting itself. I think that's another creepy detail about this. And overall, I really do love this prop a lot. I just wish there was some blood on her wedding gown. I think that would have added a lot to this prop and maybe have it look like it was dripping down from where she's holding the head. Overall, I like this one a ton, and I cannot wait to see what it does in person. It just looks very cool. Again, the uniqueness this year is awesome. This is definitely one of the props I like a lot this year, probably up there as some of my favorites out of what I've been seeing so far, and overall, this one looks fantastic. Our next prop we see is Harriet Hustle. I'm guessing Henry Hustle's sister, maybe, or wife. I doubt that. I think she looks a little bit too young to be his wife, but I think they're probably a brother and sister duo. And here she is right now. You could see her. She's hanging down from the pole by her head on the trapeze thing. Maybe she swings back and forth. This could just be a simple swinging prop, or maybe she has something like Menacing Molly's animation where she's like upright on the pole and then she leans all the way back to jump scare you. But I have a feeling this is more of just going to be a swinging prop, and I don't really have anything wrong with that. It is finally very cool to see a female clown prop. I think that's awesome. Finally, I know a lot of people have been asking for it, and this one actually does look pretty cool. I love how she has the knife in her mouth as well. That's such a cool detail, and overall she is just awesome. The next prop we see, I believe, is called Mr. Dark. Now, this is a very interesting and unique prop, in my opinion, because of what he actually is. And I'm really not sure. On one hand, he looks like a zombie skeleton, sort of. On the other hand, he looks kind of like a skeleton vampire or some sort of just monster reaper in general. I really have no clue what he is, but I'm definitely excited to find out. And he is one I'm definitely really looking forward to again, and just a very cool prop in general. So now you see him sitting down here. He looks pretty short here, but then boom, he shoots up like this to be towering almost. I don't know if this will be a jump scare or a slowly rising prop. I'm obviously hoping for a jump scare, but I don't know the logistics of that and how that would technically be pulled off without it breaking or risking the prop breaking at all, because it shoots up very, very high if this is a jump scare prop. Nonetheless, I really like his design, and I love how high he goes up. That's obviously a great part about this prop. I'm kind of feeling like he will be a jump scare. I'm sure whatever company made this, maybe Techie, it kind of looks like a Techie prop a little bit, found out a way to make it go up safely. It's probably not going to be a like giant jump scare, like it'll go fast. It's probably going to be more of like a slower jump scare, similar to maybe Chester the Jester is what I'm thinking. But I don't know, I really do like this guy a lot. I'm pretty sure, again, his name is Mr. Dark. He is personally one of my favorites from this new teaser, from all the props this year, and I'm really excited to see what he does. The next prop we have seems to be on the smaller side this year. It is just a simple box with a hand shooting out of it, and there's obviously those prison bars there. I honestly do like this one quite a bit. Obviously, this is a smaller prop and probably going to be hopefully cheap. It does make for a pretty good jump scare, I think. If this is at eye level with somebody, I think this could be pretty cool. Definitely reminds me a lot of Life Sentence with that shaking the bars. I think this is better though. I do quite like this a lot. I think if you set this up like in a wall somewhere, like a shelf or something, or you just raise it up during like your haunt or something, it can make for a really good jump scare. Obviously it's not the most detailed or most interesting prop this year, but it is still one I do quite like, and I'm excited to see how much it costs. Hopefully it's cheap, and how good this jump scare really is. So, I guess that's really it for this one, so let's continue on. Now we're nearing the end of the props for this year, but this seems to be a reskin or a returning version of this like crawling, basically the same thing you're seeing now. I think the colors are just changed up on this one. I forget what he's called though. Alright, so for this one, there really isn't much to say. I think the original one was sold in like 2016 or 2017, probably in online only if I remember correctly. This one, it didn't really interest me back then, and it really doesn't interest me now. I think it's just a simple groundbreaker prop. We've definitely seen this before. I think the other one had like more of a brown skull, and was just a little bit more different. It probably looked more like Barry, the original one. This one is, again, I don't really care for it that much. There's really no point in bringing it back. I don't know why they decided to. We could have got something else. But overall, I think it's a fine prop. It's not significant at all, though, and it's fine. Now for our final prop. I'm praying I didn't miss any, but here we have Pennywise Sewer Grate. Now, in my opinion, this is probably the most unnecessary prop this year. We already have a pop-up Pennywise from Party City sold like 2 years back, actually, and I feel like all the hype for it as a franchise is dead now, since the movies have been out for a few years now. Don't get me wrong, I love both It movies. I think they're great, but I really don't understand why they felt the need to make another Pennywise prop. This one, in my opinion, is fine. I would have loved to see an original creature pop out of that sewer. It does say Public Works on the front of the sewer, which is interesting. I'm not really sure why, but I don't know. I really don't know how I feel about this one. I do think the Pennywise inside looks great. The detail is definitely there, and I think it does look cool nonetheless. I love Pennywise as a character, but I would have definitely rather loved to see a unique original character made by Spirit themselves and not see this as a licensed prop. Again, very unnecessary and a pretty crappy way to end this video, but don't worry, I'm going to do a big recap right after this. Alright everyone, I'm just going to do a little recap of this year's lineup and what I overall think of the props so far. Again, I didn't cover those 10 in the beginning. I know that was a very big part of this teaser, but this video is more for things you missed and some of the more hidden props in this video that you may not have noticed on your first watch, and I really broke those down as you already watched. But so for my overall recap of the props we looked at today, a lot of them look really good in my opinion. I don't know yet what, like, my final opinion will be. I don't know. I'm not really feeling it this year in terms of props from Spirit. Obviously, a lot of them are starting to grow on me already. I'm sure that opinion will change pretty soon. But I do think this is a bit of a step down in terms of props this year. I don't know. None of them appeal to me that much, in my opinion. There are a few that look incredible, though. Overall, I'm pretty excited to see all these in person and really see what some of the other ones do, like the ones I covered in this video. Overall, I think this is going to be a really good year for Spirit. And hey, if you're not really into the props this year, you have the theme to look forward to. I've already seen a few leaked photos of the theme. I'm not going to share them here or tell you what they are, of course. But trust me on this, the theme will be awesome this year. A lot better than last year. So that's something you have to look forward to if you don't really like the props, though. Overall, I think as of now, it's pretty solid. Again, I'm sure a lot of these will grow on me more in the future. But I guess that's really it. So let's head to the outro. Well, everyone, that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know what you think of all these great new props in the comments below. I know, finally, Spirit Halloween 2021 is upon us, everybody. I cannot be more excited for this year. There are definitely a few props that look great in there. I'm not sure if I'm going to be really getting any yet. There's not really any that really stick out to me personally as something I would want to get. But I know there's going to be a ton of people who love all the props this year and are really excited. And I just can't wait to see them all in person as well and see what the rest of them do. But overall, I'm just really happy, and I hope you guys are too. Be sure to like and subscribe. Spirit Halloween is here, and be sure to check out the merch as well in the description, and my Instagram is also down there. And with that, as always, this is the Big Slay Pumpkin, signing out.